Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am back with another pick a card readings. Today's reading we are looking at more on the love side of things. So whether it's being a particular person that you're wanting to find out what the situation's about, or if you're just wanting to know what's happening with a certain love connection or in general, then this is what this reading is going to be basically about. So you can pick from 1 through to 4 and we'll get started. Okay, so pile number 1. What is going on? Okay. I feel like you guys have either recently gone through a breakup or just have recently been hurt in terms of love as a whole. So we've got here, you know, the real need of healing, and that's what the overall time frame you are in at the moment. So if you are single and you've not really got anyone in your sights, then you can expect this new person to come in once you've finished that healing process. And then this one, you know, is talking about you may not always understand why things happen in a certain way, but just the overall need of trusting the universe and that it knows what it's doing, and that is why it's happening for you in this way. I feel like the overall person, or it could even be like a overall pattern that's kept repeating itself for a lot of people, where you're always a little bit more keen on the other person what they are perhaps onto you, or vice versa. You've got these people who are drawing at you and you're like, okay, that's nice, but let's move along. And those sorts of patterns are needing to be healed. I feel like it all comes back to like the one particular person, you know, the releasing your ex, but it's a specific ex that it's talking about. And I feel like you're quite an intuitive person, so I feel like you would already know who it's actually talking about. But don't give up, because you do deserve love and it is coming in for you. Yeah, but you do have to forgive the situation as a whole before you can keep moving forward. And you know, we've got here talking about calling in your soul family and having that connection with other people who's not just a romantic connection, but as a whole. Now let's see what these cards are saying. Avoid one-off deals. It's always the way. Pain once arrives at a pleasure. Either kill me, take me as I am, because I'll be damned if you never change. I feel like this is talking about like the previous person you're with, you know, they were offering you all these things, saying, oh, I'm just gonna change, but they never did. Or at the same time, you know, you raised concerns with the person, but it just ended up being an argument. Like there was no compromise and meeting in the middle. I can resist everything except temptation. I feel like these cards were actually all talking about the previous person who you're healing from. I think this next period of healing, which is what the main thing is taking place in your love life at the moment, it is releasing these beliefs. You know, it's releasing the doubt in the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on, you know, the person and what your overall sexuality is. But you need to really, you know, forgive, you know, do that inner work and forgive that person so that you can move forward and be free. I feel like though a couple of people have had this person already, and now they have someone else, either like a love offer or have recently started seeing somebody new. And if you haven't, then that person is coming, but this new person is here to help you to learn that forgiveness as well. Like, you are being given a good egg and they're going to work on helping you, I guess, work on yourself to see that overall forgiveness. But if you don't have someone like that at the moment, they are coming in. In the meantime, you are just being asked to focus on the other relationships in your life where you can get that joy and happiness from. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but you do deserve love, and this healing process is going to really help you. I know it may not feel like it. I feel like some people are getting a little bit lonely, which is, you know, of course natural, but you're needing to work on these things for yourself so you are actually ready for your next relationship, which I feel like is coming in, but is not going to come in until the time is right, and the time's not going to be right until you really work on those past demons. Pile number 2. Okay. Alright, I feel like some people here would have been torn between pile 1 as well as pile 2. Oh, whoops. Alright. So, to start with, I feel like you were a little bit torn between like pile 1 and 2. You've had the pain, or you've had a different sort of pain in your life, but new love is here. This person is definitely here to stay. So if that's not one of your you know, what you were intuitively thinking when you picked out this pile, whatever that question was, the answer is yes. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. So I feel like you guys are quite intuitive. I feel like it is, I'm getting 2 separate messages. I feel like for some of you, it is a whole new person altogether, and you're kind of wanting to know if it's safe for you to trust this person, is it safe to love them? It absolutely is. I feel like they are here for a reason. But I feel like a couple of you have either already been in long-term relationships with this particular person, or perhaps even married already. And so this getting to know you card isn't just the overall energy of starting new, but getting to know each other at the different level of reality at each time. But yeah, you know, these feelings are good, and you know, you can trust them because it's perfectly safe for you. I've got here longing for home. I feel like if, I don't know, one of the messages I'm getting at the moment from Spirit is about long distance relationships, and I feel like the 2 of you will be closer together than what you realize. But yeah, like, if that's not applicable for you, I feel like this card in general is just really talking about building up the relationship with this particular person to the point where, you know, they do have that home feeling, which is amazing. But yeah, like, trust in this new love and these new opportunities. If you are already in a somewhat serious relationship or marriage, whatever your case may be, don't just keep assuming you know your person. You need to keep getting to know them at each different level. I feel like some of you are really missing that spark in the relationship. So, you know, making time for going out on dates and stuff and doing those things like you have done previously. But as a whole, 2 different messages here. If you are already in a relationship, keep getting to know each other and setting that clock back. If you're not, or you're talking to someone, then excellent. Keep trusting it because your answer is yes. And I feel like this relationship can last for quite a while. In this card, okay, if you don't make the first move, someone else will. I feel like yeah, I feel like this is relating more so to people who are you know, in those early stages of talking, wanting to know if you should message them and stuff like that, I feel like that is, you know, really pushing to get you to go ahead and message that person. But yeah, as a whole, I feel like quite positive things for pile number 2. Yeah, just keep on trusting the process and don't be afraid to really hit rewind in these current relationships as you need to. But yeah, like as a whole, good things there. Here for pile number 2. Alright, pile number 3. What is going on? Okay, I feel like, yeah, I feel like you guys have been alone for quite a while. So what is going on? So yeah, like I said, I feel like you guys have been alone for quite a while, and it has been sort of I guess draining for you. Like you've had to really focus and rely on yourself for quite a while, and you're sick of it basically, right? But I feel like big happy changes are definitely on the way. Can you guys even see that? Hope so. Yeah, so happy times are on their way. You know, twin flame energy here is quite strong. I feel like though there's still a little while to go if you don't already have this person in your life. Still a couple of months to go, I feel, but it is definitely going to be worth the wait, and you're going to really just kind of just gel together, you know, in a way where you've not really been able to do previously. But don't just be swept away, because whilst this like connection is going to be amazing, doesn't always mean it's always going to be going well with any relationship though. But there are red flags here, so pay attention to them. I'm not saying you can't trust this person, but you know, there is definitely going to need to be a time period where you're helping them grow, and vice versa. So I feel like this person is going to be able to rise to the occasion, so do give them the chance to, but don't just go along blindly. You know, make sure you are staying grounded and really being like, okay, cool, this wasn't okay, this is how it made me feel, and really working on communicating those feelings to one another. Yeah, so be aware of what you're projecting. The qualities that you admire in another are qualities that you already possess. And quite similar, I feel like this is going to be quite a karmic relationship, which does make sense of the overall twin flame energy. But more so it's going to be you're helping them grow and become the partner that you need them to be. But they're also going to be having the same thing on you. You know, the things that do irritate you and are going to drive you insane. And I feel like there's going to be quite a few things, but you're kind of like that as well. So just keep an open mind and trust in the overall process. I feel like there is an overall third party energy in this pile as well, which I feel like it may be what this is relating to. You may not be happy with things that they share or they speak about with other people. So, you know, it's going to be a time where you retreat away together and have those conversations and help each other grow. I feel like things are changing for as a whole. You are doing some deep healing at the moment. I'm really getting an overall Empress energy for a lot of people. So I feel like a lot of strong women have been drawn to this pile, and, you know, it's almost like you don't need someone to help you, you know, run your ship, but it would be nice to win, you know. I think we've all been there. But yeah, you've been training and healing and learning these different tools and strategies for yourself for quite a while, and that person is definitely coming in, and quite quickly I feel as well. I'm getting, you know, just a couple of months for a lot of you. People who have already gotten this person in their life, I think you would already know depending on what your situation is. But yeah, you know, just make sure you keep giving them a chance, because, well, not keep on giving, like, you'll know when they get to a point of being like, I cannot put up with you anymore. But yeah, just keep working at it together as long as it keeps feeling right. And these cards, yeah, so, you know, everyone has the potential, and you've got the beauty as well. You know, you deserve someone who has their eye on the prize, but the prize is you, and, you know, that is definitely coming in. This person is going to be able to see the real you as well, which is going to be amazing. And just makes you really feel heard, which is lovely. Yeah, and long-term relationships are great. Have as many as you can, and surround yourself with young partners. Which I feel like comes down more so, yes, the person may be younger than you, but it's going to be making you feel younger. It's going to make you feel alive and really full of energy, which is nice. And I do feel like some of you may have already been focusing on some form of health and fitness journey for yourself, and if that is the case, then this person is going to help you stay with it, or they're going to actually need to join it as well. But yeah, you know, you are going to find someone who makes you feel more whole than what perhaps you do at the moment. But just make sure you pay attention to those red flags, part number 3, because they are going to be there. I feel like this pile aren't necessarily married to the person who's got the red flags, or maybe they are, but regardless, red flags are red flags, and you need to pay attention to them and get them to either level up with you, or you're going to have that difficult conversation. And last but not least, pile number 4. Okay. Alright, so I feel like you have been working on manifesting someone for quite a while, but you may be more focused on personality and those sorts of traits rather than the physical package, which is good because, you know, in my opinion, that's how it should be. I mean, still, of course, some form of attraction, but you guys know what I mean. You know what you've been working towards. But the overall character and personality that you want isn't necessarily going to be coming in the same sort of attractiveness or overall look that you've been attracted to previously. But make sure you keep an open mind about this, and because, you know, there is a really good you know, energy here. I feel like you're going to be quite aligned in terms of belief system and that sort of energy as a whole, which is great. But there are going to be ways that you're going to need to compromise. I think quite a few people are going to need to really relearn how to have that sort of partnership with someone rather than being able to just go and do exactly what they want. And I think that is a challenge for a lot of people. Like, I know with me, I want to do what I want and I want to do it now. Whereas, and I think that's going to be the same with a lot of you as well, but you're going to need to learn to compromise and be like, okay, you know, here's how we can both work on it and get what we want, whilst making sure that the other person is still happy. What's that? Do something that will change your energy. I feel like you are going to be really going out and doing things out of the ordinary. I'm getting dancing, which goes with here, but also this overall playfulness card. You know, you guys are really going to be able to bounce off of each other, which is great, but you do need to have time to retreat away. Still have time to do your activities and whatever it is that brings you happiness, because I feel like there are going to be, you know, your partner might love something and you'd rather not, and vice versa. So yeah, let's see what else we've got here. Yes is always the answer, and love is a performance of art that takes place amongst the clouds. That's nice. And it's not about age, it's about experience. And begin all affairs with good intentions. So yeah, I think you guys are just going to need to keep an open mind about this new partner as a whole. If you have, I feel like some of you have clicked on this video with a particular person in mind, just because, you know, perhaps the attraction isn't entirely there yet, but, you know, you need to have good intentions from the get-go, because it's going to set the overall vibration for the rest of the relationship. I do see this sort of connection going quite long term, which is, you know, good, I guess, depending on what you want. But yeah, like, this person is going to be a very significant person, and they could be the one if you'd believe in that sort of thing. Yeah, but it's going to be you finding an overall balancing act. So I do feel like this is going to have a lot of growth, and it's not always going to be easy and smooth sailing. But yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it in the end. So hopefully that brings you clarity and helps you make up your decision, or just know what to expect as a whole. But yeah, don't be afraid to have fun with this person, because it is going to be a different sort of relationship and bond than what you've had previously. And that is good, because I feel like that's what you need as a whole. Like, I feel like you do feel a little bit stagnant in quite a few areas. So make sure you go and have fun and embrace this person. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and be sure to comment about what future videos you'd like to see as well. Bye!